Hello, dear friends. This is KD Ahire, and currently we are studying the Rural Entrepreneurship Development, the certificate course offered by the BBA department, KTHM College. Dear friends, in our today's session, we are going to learn about various government schemes which are very much helpful in entrepreneurship. So, before going to see what type of schemes are there, first we are going to take a very brief overview about our previous session. So, in our previous session, we have learned about the power and functions of Panchayat Raj institution. We also discussed about the various functions which are carried out by the Gram Panchayats as well as Panchayat Samiti, and lastly we discussed about the powers as well as functions of the Jilla Parishad. So in our today's session, we are going to see about the various government aids and schemes that are very helpful to the entrepreneurs. So the learning objective behind our today's session, that is to make aware about the government aids and schemes. So here learner will make aware about the various government schemes and various government's aids or various government's grants, which are very helpful to the entrepreneurs to expand their business, to reach to the global market, and ultimately contribute in the overall development of our country. So, dear friends, let's start the government aids and schemes. So, here with respect to the government aids and government schemes, basically here we are going to make more focus on the various schemes which are helpful to the startups. We know that in our country still here many startup as per the some research which are carried out on the startup. So according to some research here in our country, more than 90% startup need to be closed within 5 years of the establishment of the startup or starting of the startup. So here we need to again here work on it. So therefore, the entrepreneurs need the help from various sectors or various stakeholders. So here governments are playing very crucial, very vital role with respect to the support of all these entrepreneurs. So therefore, government is providing various grants as well as various funds through various schemes. So here, the role of central government as well as state government is very essential. So therefore, here we are going to see various kinds of schemes which are available and which are always help to the entrepreneurs. So here I have taken the schemes which are helpful to the startup from the Startup India website. It is this website is hosted and maintained by the government of India itself. So therefore, here we are going to see various schemes which are available and helpful in entrepreneurship development. So again, here it is not possible to cover all schemes. So therefore, here we are just going to enlist the various schemes, which are various important schemes, which are very much helpful to the entrepreneurs. So therefore, first scheme that we are going to enlist, that is the venture capital assistance scheme. So this particular scheme, which is offered by the Minister of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. So under this scheme, so venture capitalist assistance will be provided. So in short, here financial assistance will be provided to the entrepreneurs in the form of interest-free loan, which is provided by the Small Farmers Agribusiness Consortium to qualifying the project. So here they have certain criterias, and if any particular project is fulfilling their criteria, so here this financial assistance to the provided to the entrepreneurs. So again, this is very much useful scheme offered by the Minister of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. The second scheme that we are going to see, that is the support for international patent protection in electronics and information technology. So my dear friends, we know that nowadays intellectual property rights, that is again one of the very important things or important aspects that we need to consider as entrepreneurs. So again, that is one of the quality of the entrepreneurs. Whenever possible, so we need to protect our intellectual property rights. So here in future it will help us to make our own identity, and it will again protects our rights. So here some scenarios or some misconduct with our products or with our services can be prevented in future. So here again, uh, therefore, the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, right, in the domain of electronics and information technology, this particular scheme will be run through this central government ministry, and this scheme in which to provide financial support the MSMEs, so micro, small, medium enterprises and technology startup units for international patent filing to encourage innovation and recognize the value and capabilities of global IP along with the capturing growth opportunity in this particular sector. So here we know that through this scheme, so ministry is trying to motivate to the entrepreneurs, trying to aware about these the intellectual property rights, and here how to fill international patents. For that purpose, here the financial assistance will be provided. So here ultimately, um, entrepreneurs will make aware about their property right, intellectual property rights, and they will motivated, and they will go to the filling the patents, and so ultimately the yes, entrepreneurs will going to be benefited, but here our country will also going to benefit through these intellectual property rights. So again, this scheme is very much beneficial if your project is falling under this particular domain like electronics and information technology. So second most important scheme, which is run by the Small Industrial Development Bank of India, which is nothing but the called as SIDBI. So here this particular scheme is called as the Stand Up India for financing SC, ST and or women entrepreneurs, right? So this scheme is particular designed for the SC, ST community and women entrepreneurs. So in this scheme, the bank, so here particular facilitated bank loans between the 10 lakhs and 1 crores to at least one scheduled caste, SC or scheduled tribe borrowers, and at least one woman per bank branch for setting up the greenfield enterprises. So here government of India has given the instruction to the banks. So at least under this particular scheme, at least per branch they should provide the financial assistance to the at least one scheduled caste entrepreneur or a scheduled tribe entrepreneur, or at least the one woman entrepreneur. So here borrowers in the thing, but here we are saying these are the entrepreneurs, right? So through this scheme also many entrepreneurs, especially if they belong to the SC, ST or women category, so they will be benefited. So again, this enterprise may be manufacturing services. So here they have also categorized which one will be benefited under this scheme. So here the manufacturing services or your manufacturing as well as services or the training sectors. If our business is coming under the category of this sector, so here we can eligible if we are fulfilling the criteria to take the benefit under this particular scheme. So even in case of the non-individual enterprise, at least 51% of the shareholder and controlling stake should be held by the either on SC, ST or women entrepreneur. So here, if in any particular business and at least minimum 51% share, which is holded by the SC, ST or SC or ST uh, person or women entrepreneur, so they can eligible apply under this. So next important scheme, which is offered by the Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. So under this scheme, that is the single point registration scheme. So again here here the government is the single largest buyer of a variety of goods, right? So we know that. So along with normal buyers in the market, so government can also buy the various goods or services which are offered by the or provided by the various entrepreneurs to support them, right? So here, with the view to increase the share of purchase from the small scale sector, the government store purchase program was launched in 1955 to 1960. So in this year, so this particular program, they launched. So National Small Industries Corporation Limited. Okay, so register micro small enterprises under a single point registration scheme for participation in the government purchases. So if our enterprise is registered under this particular corporation, so or our and our enterprise is falling under these micro small and medium enterprise, so we can register in this particular scheme, and here we can also able to sell our products or services to the government. So this next important scheme, which is belong to the National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, that is the NABARD. So we know that NABARD is also playing very important role and very major role in the development of specifically development in the agriculture sector, right? So here basically agriculture and agriculture allied sector. So here the dairy entrepreneurship development scheme, which is run by the National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, that is NABARD. So the Department of Animal Husbandry, Dairying and Fisheries is implementing dairy entrepreneurship development scheme. So we know that these dairy entrepreneurship is again has been reached into the grassroots level in the rural area. So therefore, these schemes are allied to the agriculture sector. So many in rural area, many people are engaged with these dairy industries. So therefore, the NABARD is helping these various entrepreneurs to expand their business or even to grow their business in this dairy sector. Or so here in this through this particular scheme, they are generating a self-employment opportunity in the dairy sector, right? So if in dairy sector, if they get the proper support from these various schemes, so here self-employment will be generated, and most maximum people will be motivated, and they can attracted, or they can show their interest in this dairy sector. So what are the various activities which are covered under this scheme? So activities, for example, enhancement of the milk production, right? Even procurement, then preservation, then transportation, processing and marketing of milk by providing back-ended capital subsidy for bankable projects. So here the subsidy will also provided in these dairy industries or these various activities which are covered under these dairy industries. So this scheme is being implemented by the national. So we know that the NABARD specially implement this particular scheme. Next, that is the small business innovation research initiatives. So this scheme is particularly run by the Biotechnology Industry Research Assistant Council, right? So here under this scheme, the Small Businesses Innovation Research Initiative. The Department of Biotechnology, Ministry of Science and Technology. So they have launched in 2005 this particular scheme. So the motto behind this scheme, that is to boost public-private partnership, is called as the PPP. So efforts in the country. So they would like to motivate these public-private partnership under this biotechnology field. So this is the first kind of scheme where early stage innovation focus PPP initiatives in the area of biotechnology. This is a unique scheme again, which is helping to the entrepreneurs field of biotechnology if their business is registered under the PP. So next, that is the Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana. So again, this is one of the popular scheme which is run by the government of India. So under this scheme, the Micro Units Development and Refinance Agency Limited, that is the Mudra, is the uh, 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 non-banking finance companies, and a non-banking finance company supporting development of micro enterprises sector in the country. So here under this Mudra, which provide financial support to banks, even MFIs for lending micro units having loan requirements up to 10 lakhs. So again, this is again one of the major government scheme which is helping to the so many entrepreneurs. So under this particular scheme, they can be benefited and they can take the financial assistance from the government. So here the Mudra provide financial to micro businesses under the scheme of Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana. So the other products are for development support to the sectors. So here uh, again here we can say, if we are eligible under this particular scheme, so can very easily apply to this scheme. And nowadays we know that everything we have online mode, so we can easily apply via online to these various scheme. And we can also submit our all documents to the online mode only. And here nowadays it has become very easy to apply these schemes and to get benefited out of these various schemes. So again, this is Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana is one of the kind schemes which helping to the entrepreneurs. Next, that is the 4E, so end-to-end energy efficiency. So here, this scheme is run by the Small Industries and Industry Development Bank of India. So that is the SIDBI. So here, this SIDBI has launched this 4E intervention on the occasion of the World Environment Day on 5th June 2014. So the motto again, why they have launched this particular scheme, so, because of to provide technical backstopping and support to the MSMEs clients for reducing their power and fuel costs. So basically, they have the objectives behind launching this scheme to reduce their power consumption. So ultimately, here energy efficiency work should be there. So if we are able to reduce the power consumption, so ultimately what happened, so here ultimately we are able to reduce the burden on the environment, so carbon footprinting can be reduced. So many things are there, so many linkages are there. So here renewable energy sources, so here motivating to renewable energy sources, that is the motto behind to launch the various schemes, this particular in this particular domain, actually in energy sector. So next, that is the sustainable finance scheme. So again, this scheme is launched by the Small Industries Development Bank of India. So under this scheme, uh, the funding for the sustainable development projects can be provided. If our project is supporting to the environment, and here we know that in our country also we have several sustainable development goals, right? So we are working hard to achieve all these goals, and nowadays we are promoting the sustainable development. So here also government is trying to support to the various projects which are comes under this category particular to in promotion the sustainable development, or even the projects which are ultimately providing the sustainability in the market, or for example in the environment. So government is providing the financial assistance, right? Support to those these projects, so that contribute energy efficiency. So the projects comes under the category, for example, energy efficiency, cleaner production, but not cover under the international bilateral lines of credit. So here some limitations are there, but if we are fulfilling these various criteria, so we can easily apply to get the financial assistance from these various schemes. So all sustainable development projects, so under this scheme, so all sustainable development projects such as renewable energy projects, European energy efficiency, start rating, green microfinance, green buildings, and eco-friendly labeling. So these are some examples, right? These are not limited, right? But these are some examples of various projects. If our projects is comes under the category of this field, so we can eligible, and again, uh, by considering the various criteria of these schemes, so we can apply to these schemes. Then new Gen Innovation and Entrepreneurship Development Center. So this center is run by the Department of Science and Technology. So again, this is one of the unique scheme which is introduced by the here Department of Science and Technology. So the is this scheme is being promoted in educational institution to develop the institutional mechanism to create entrepreneurial culture in science and technology academic institution. And so here the Ministry of this Science and Technology again is promoting the entrepreneurs culture in the students basically, right? Because they know that if we able to motivate or promote this entrepreneurial culture or entrepreneurial skills to the student, so here they will ultimately motivated, and they can think about to start their business, so they can able to enter in the entrepreneur process. So basically here the motto behind this scheme, that is to develop the entrepreneurial culture in the science and technology students, right? So they can do it through the academic institutions. So here the various academic institutions are there which are providing the education in the science and technology. So this scheme will be helpful to the students, and here to develop these various entrepreneurial skills, right? Entrepreneurial culture among the students, basically in the domain of science and technology. So ultimately, we can able to foster the techno entrepreneurship for generation of wealth and employment by science and tech person. So ultimately, they can able to think, so they can think out of box, and uh, rather than going to the job, right? Just thinking about to do the job, they can also able to expand their boundaries, and they can here think about the entrepreneurship also, right? So that will be helpful basically in the science and technology, and ultimately that will be beneficial to our country also. So with respect to the marketing, so here the marketing assistance schemes which is launched by the Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. So here the basic aim behind this scheme, that is, so they have various objectives like to enhance marketing capabilities and competitiveness of the MSMEs. So here just starting the business or just running the business is not sufficient, right? So marketing is also very very essential. So whatever products or whatever services we are providing into the market, so here the marketing of our products and services, that is this, right? And so therefore here again we require several skills to enhance in the entrepreneurs to just reach to the global market or reach to the market. So therefore here they require several skills among themselves. So therefore this particular scheme will be helpful to the entrepreneurs to enhance the marketing capabilities and competitiveness of the MSME. So if they have the competitiveness, or they have the confidence, or if entrepreneurs have the confidence, and if he is able to do the marketing in very healthy manner, because nowadays the trend of the marketing has also changed, right? Because uh, here we are developing various technologies, and the tendency or behavior of the customer has also changed. So according to the customer behavior, according to the customer characteristics, here we need to modify, or we need to change our marketing skills, or we need to alter our marketing strategies. So therefore this particular scheme will be helpful to the entrepreneurs. So again, to showcase the component of the MSME, again to update MSMEs about the prevalent market scenario and its impact on their activities. So this is the link, there will be a link in between our product services or whatever our MSMEs and with the market. Anything will be happen in the market, so it is going to make either positive or negative impact on our business. So therefore, we need to identify, we need to study all these changing happening around us. So to facilitate the formation of a consortia of MSMEs for marketing of their products and services. So basically, this particular scheme is helping to the entrepreneurs with respect to the marketing of their products or services. So again, these are some objectives behind this scheme. So, dear friends, so here uh, we are going to just end our this session. But here, what we have learned in our this session, so we are going to see in our summary. So, in this session, so we have made aware about some important schemes of the government aids and uh, grant which are provided to the entrepreneurs. So, these are limited actually. In our next lecture, we are going to continue with remaining important schemes which are always helping to the entrepreneurs. So therefore, uh, in our next lecture, we are going to continue with the government aids and schemes. So see you in next lecture. Thank you.